नमस्ते प्रणाम गीता ध्यानम। ओम पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीं अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। O Bhagavad Gita, with which Lord Narayana himself gave enlightenment to Arjuna, the ancient sage Vyasa included it in the Mahabharata. O Goddess, shower of the nectar-like knowledge of non-dualism contained in your 18 chapters. O my affectionate mother, the destroyer of rebirth, I meditate upon thee. Krishna Vandana. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansa Chanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. Son of Vasudeva, the slayer of Kansa and Chanur, extreme delight for Mother Devaki, O Lord Krishna, the supreme teacher of the universe, my salutations to you. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the 11th Adhyaya of Vishwarupa Darshan, and now we are seeing a wonderful change in the attitude of Arjuna while talking to Sri Krishna. Having seen that gigantic, magnificent, wonderful, awesome, universal form, the cosmic form of the Lord, now Arjuna is wondering, oh my God, this person whom I was considering, I have always treated him as my friend. In reality, he is something much, 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 much more than what I was considering. And now Arjuna tells Krishna that in my ignorance, unknowingly, I did not realize your great, your greatness. Your almighty nature I did not realize because of my ignorance. And I just considered you as my ordinary friend. I addressed you as my dear friend, Krishna, Yadav, Sakha. And I could not realize how great you are. I did not realize who in reality you are. And that's what Arjuna had said in the previous shloka that we read, that Sakheti matva prasabham yaduktam he Krishna he Yadava he Sakheti ajanata mahimanam tavedam maya pramadat pranayena vapi. In my ignorance, maybe I have addressed you most arrogantly, maybe I have addressed you in most careless manner. I treated you as in a careless manner. Maybe I treated you in most arrogant manner, just as one friend treats with another friend. They are so close. They are so close that it happens that we use foul words, we use improper words at times, we use improper language while talking to them. And now Arjuna has suddenly got that awakening. And therefore Arjuna says to Krishna, oh my friend, considering you as my ordinary friend, I have addressed you in such an ordinary manner, O Krishna, O Yadav, O Sakha. And with my ignorance, I was totally ignorant about your greatness. Ajanata mahimanam tavedam. Tava idam. This greatness of yours was unknown to me because of my ignorance. And maybe because of this ignorance, or maybe because of the extreme love also, I have at times, I have spoken to you in such a careless manner. I have spoken to you in such arrogant manner. This is what happens when two people, they are great friends. And they also love each other so much. Heart-to-heart love between the two friends, and they don't consider, even if they talk something improper, they don't think it that I am talking anything improper. He's my friend after all. How can he feel bad about it? This is what happens in the normal course of relationships, between the friends. And now Arjuna is a bit shaken that what I considered him to be my ordinary friend, he is not just ordinary friend. He is the all in all. He is the Vishwarupa. He's holding this entire creation in him. He is sustaining this entire creation when the creation comes forth from him. And finally, he is the one in whom this entire creation is drawn back. He is the originator, he is the sustainer, and he is also the destroyer of this creation. That is his greatness. And I have been considering him as my bosom friend Krishna, my bosom friend Yadava, my bosom friend Sakha, the great friend. Such an ignorant person I have been, O Krishna, that I did not realize your greatness. And now in this 42nd shloka, Arjuna is again repeating the same thing. Arjuna says, yaccāvahāsārthamasatkṛto'si vihāraśayyāsanabhojaneṣu eko'thavāpyacyuta tatsamakṣaṃ tatkṣāmaye tvāmahamaprameyam. Now Arjuna says that yaccāvahāsārthamasatkṛto'si. Yaccāvahāsārtham, for the sake of fun, or asukṛtaha, for the sake of fun, maybe disrespectfully, because when two friends behave with each other, communicate with each other, it is a no holds barred. They talk any nonsense, they talk any rubbish, they talk all the improper language. When two close friends, they communicate with each other. And now Arjuna says that yaccāvahāsārthamasatkṛto'si, that in whatever way I might have insulted you, in whatever way I might have disrespectfully asakṛtaha, I might have spoken to you disrespectfully, like when two very close friends, in Indian languages there is a way of addressing each other. Two equals, they address as tu, that is you, but it is a singular you, not with any respect, like the mother addresses child. There are three ways of addressing: you and you, that is all same, but depending on the language, like in Marathi it is tu, tumi, apan. It is, if it is in Bengali, it is tui, tumi, apni. In Hindi, tu, tum, ap. So likewise, that you takes 3 steps of respect one on top of other. Two close, very close beings, they will address them as a singular you. Between some distance, there is some respect to be given. It will be a kind of a tum, ya tumhi, or tumi. And then when it is a great respect, it is apni, apan, ap. That kind of. So Arjuna says, possibly I might have spoken to you disrespectfully. I should not have spoken to you as tu Krishna. In that addressing you in that singular the grammatical manner. Only friends can do it. But I didn't know who you are, and maybe I have spoken to you disrespectfully. I might have addressed to you as tui. I might have addressed you as tu. But you need to be addressed as ap. You need to be addressed as apan, apni. And I addressed you as tu, which is the lowermost form of you in the Indian languages. So now Arjuna is a bit shaken. He says, yaccāvahāsārthamasatkṛto'si vihāraśayyāsanabhojaneṣu. I might have spoken to you disrespectfully otherwise. And vihāraśayyāsanabhojaneṣu, and in different circumstances. Vihara is while playing, in that rejoicing mood. Vihara. Shayya, maybe as a reposing. We were just lying around, we were just taking rest, and I might have addressed you in that derogatory manner. Or asana, or might be sitting, we are talking, discussing, and while under those circumstances, I might have used disrespectful words towards you. Or even bhojaneṣu, when we were having food together, I might have, out of my ignorance, I might have disrespectfully addressed you. Under all these circumstances, the circumstances of vihāraśayyāsanabhojaneṣu, the circumstances of play, repose, sitting, or at meals, casual we are discussing, and I might have used those improper words. I might have used those asukruta, those disrespectful words. And then this realization dawns upon Arjuna that eko'thavāpyacyuta tatsamakṣaṃ. Ekaha, athava, api, once or even more than once. Ekaha, athva, api, Achyuta, O Achyuta, tatsamakṣaṃ tatkṣāmaye. In your company, not only just once, maybe multiple times I might have abused you. Maybe multiple times I might have insulted you. As in the friendly manner, as one friend insults another friend. Hey, what do you know, man? Like that. So Arjuna says, maybe it is more than once that I have insulted you. And now Arjuna says, O Achyuta, tatsamakṣaṃ tatkṣāmaye tvāmahamaprameyam. O you immeasurable one, now I implore you, please forgive me. Now this is what Arjuna has to tell Krishna, having known who Krishna really is. Now Arjuna says that in whatever way I might have insulted you, I may have insulted you, of course. There is no, it certainly happens between two friends that one friend will knowingly or unknowingly, in that friendly manner, he will insult another friend. He will use improper words. He will use derogatory words. He will talk to him disrespectfully. And now Arjuna is recollecting all those instances when he could have spoken those improper words to Arjuna while they were playing, while they're reposing, while they're just sitting and talking, and he might have said, "Oh, you useless fellow." Like friends, when they talk between themselves, they use such terminologies. And might be Arjuna says, maybe sometimes when we were having our food together, I might have told you, "Hey, what a useless fellow you are! You are eating from my share. You have taken that share." So all these things happen between friends, but between human ordinary friends, such things happening is absolutely common, and it is just. It is acceptable. Two friends using that foul language, that improper language, that abusive language with love. There is no ill feeling in using those harsh words. There is no ill feeling in using those disrespectful words. It comes naturally between the friends. And now Arjuna says, "Oh my God, I have used all such kind of language, all such kind of disrespectful words. I have used all kinds of insulting words addressing you, talking to you, Krishna, in all those different circumstances that we have been together all these years. So now I know you are aprameyam. O immeasurable one, O infinite one, O all-pervading one, now I beg your forgiveness. So look at the change in Arjuna having had that realization. Now this is what actually happens not only in Arjuna's life, this happens in the life of all the sadhakas, all the rishis, munis who have reached that level of enlightenment. And then they start realizing, oh my God, I was such a fool. I was such a fool that I never realized who this close friend of mine is, and I just treated him like an ordinary person. And this is not only for the friends. This happens in the case of even the ordinary people who come in our life. Because the ultimate realization dawns that that ordinary person who has come in our life, whether we love him or hate him, whether we know him or don't know him or her, even that ordinary person is a mark of the God. Even that ordinary person is a part of that Paramatman. Even that ordinary person is a very much fraction of that great entity before whom even the gods and goddesses, before whom even the Rudras and Adityas and Vasus and Maruts, they all bow down, before whom all the jnanis, all the sadhakas, all the enlightened souls, they all bow down and revere. So it can happen in the life of all the sadhakas, all the spiritual aspirants. The moment they reach certain level, then they realize, oh my God, this fellow, I know him as an ordinary, he's an absolute useless guy. But even that useless guy is carrying the Lord within him. Lord is very much there in the heart of his hearts. Lord is very much there in the heart of her hearts. So that is what Arjuna's realization now. And Arjuna is now begging all the forgiveness from his bosom friend, whom he might have casually addressed as Krishna, Yadav, Sakha, and even he might have spoken disrespectful words under all those different circumstances. Now, knowing that he is the Aprameya, the immeasurable one, he is the Akshaya, he is the Asim, limitless. He is the one who has pervaded this entire space. Having known that, now is the time for Arjuna to implore that, please forgive me, that you please tatkṣāmaye. He is begging that forgiveness from Sri Krishna. In whatever way I may have insulted you for jest, while at play, while reposing, while sitting, or while having food, when alone or in company. I might have used that foul language. I mean, when the friends are alone, there is no control at all. But Arjuna says, maybe even when I was talking to you with other people around, I might have used those disrespectful words, whether alone or in company. Now I realize all this, O Krishna, and therefore now knowing who you really are, what is your true identity, now I implore you, O imperishable one, I implore you, O immeasurable one, O Prameya, I implore you for forgiveness. It is but natural that vision of the cosmic form of Vishwara brings a dramatic change in the attitude of Arjuna. It has brought such a dramatic change. Suddenly it has dawned upon him that the one whom I am talking to is not just my friend Krishna, something to whom the gods and goddesses bow down, to whom the sadhakas bow down, and he is assuming a spontaneous reverent relationship with Sri Krishna is the immediate transformation that has come over him. Now who he has realized, who is Arjuna in fact, and who is Sri Krishna. Not only him, but in all sadhakas, this solemn attitude requires to be invoked and extended to the entire creation. And like we said, this understanding, this realization of the Lord is aprameyam. This understanding should come not only for the Lord, but for each and every being in this creation. Each and every being in this creation is carrying that Lord within, carrying that immeasurable, limitless Lord within. All of us are carrying. The truth is that Lord is manifesting himself in all these forms. All are therefore unknowingly cognizing fragments of his cosmic form. The known people in our lives, the unknown people in our lives, the loved ones in our life, the ones whom we hate, even they are nothing but forms of that cosmic form. They are the fragments of that cosmic form. They are a part and parcel of that cosmic form. Cultivation of reverential attitude towards the entire creation is the most potent among spiritual practices. And now what Arjuna has realized, seeing Lord Krishna, the universal form of Lord Krishna, that we should contemplate of seeing that universal form in each and every being in this creation. And that is what will lead to the enlightenment of seeing the ultimate one in all the beings around us. Not only the human beings, all the beings, the animate and inanimate, the moving and non-moving. Because each and every particle in this universe is filled with the presence of the Lord. So this is what now, and with this understanding, can we seek forgiveness from a person whom we hate most? Just think about it. Can we seek forgiveness from a person whom we dislike most? That is what we should practice. That is what we should aim at. And that is what is going to take us to the point where Arjuna has come today in this Shloka, in this 42nd Shloka. And Arjuna is imploring the Lord to forgive him. Forgive him for all his ignorance, for all his misunderstanding, and for all the derogatory things that he might have spoken of, although with all the love, although with all the without any ill feeling in heart. But if that is the thing, even if we have said anything wrong to somebody with ill feeling, then it is apt that we seek forgiveness. We seek forgiveness from the ultimate Lord, from the aprameyam, from the immeasurable Lord, which is residing in that heart of hearts of that person. So that was Arjuna's teaching to us in this 42nd Shloka of the Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga, the 11th Adhyaya of Srimad Bhagavad Gita today. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Sri Ramakrishna. Jai Thakur. Jai Ma. Jai Swamiji.